Hi everybody, it's Ed. Good afternoon. East Coast time, just after 3 o'clock. Central time where I am just after 2 o'clock. And Pacific time is, noon or so, something like that. I don't know, LA. And you guys are just, the LA guys are just, having lunch. What's happening? What happened on Friday? What happened, what am I looking at here? When I come in on, and let's go through Friday. What am I looking at? First thing, what's the first thing I do when I sit down in front of a chart? Okay, I'm up in the morning. I'm looking around. What do? What's the first thing that I do? Well, first thing I did was, and I didn't do this on Thursday night. I should have done it before I went to bed, but I didn't. Is I draw my zones in. Okay, there's a zone there. Okay, right? There's a zone there. Let's see where it was. Our daily VWAP was right there. Okay, so I can draw a very small zone in right there, which I didn't do, but that's okay. Yeah, just a nice little zone there because that's where the VWAP was. Okay, I want to extend that drawing right through there. Okay, if I go back, to 1800, and let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Let's just scroll back. I'll just scroll back to where that was. Okay, there was my daily. You can see my daily VWAP right there. Okay, at 74.13, and my zone was 74.11 to 74.17. I mean, it's not real critical, but just to kind of keep on the right side of the market. Where were we at VWAP? Okay. Now, sometimes this is useful, sometimes this is not, and you'll see it wasn't extremely useful there. They used it initially as support, okay? So you can see that. So it is handy, to see exactly where's your support level. And there we go, okay? So there was my daily VWAP. There's my support level right there, or resistance. It can turn into both. So I draw that there. I draw that here. See, this is my support zone right here, and this would be from there, from 73.46 to 73.93, right? And that was approximately where that is. 74.7 doesn't make any difference. Tick. Okay, there's that, and all the way up here is my resistance level, which coincides to that 3-day value area high. Okay, so if I'm going long, okay, this is what I'm targeting up here, right? If I'm going short, this is where my initial target would be here, Say for example, right in this low, if it busts today's low, I would target 73.47 as one target, basically one target off, and then 72.84 as another target, as another short target. Okay, so now what happened overnight? Watch this. Comes back down, comes up into there's your daily VWAP, here's your resistance zone. Makes a value area high right there, okay? Comes down a little past this zone, makes a value area low. So now we've got value area high and value area low at 73.87 and 74.46 to play with, okay? So what happens, I'm looking for a retest somewhere. Either, I'm looking for a retest of value area low, value area high in order to figure out where that move is. So if I'm trading London, I'm sorry, I apologize. That was as it shifted down. There's your 3 o'clock. Started drawing in, started calculating zones at 3 o'clock. Here's your mid. Here's your long target. Here's your long target 2. And then here's your short target, and here's your short target 2 right down here. So if I had one off, if I took one off, say for example I'm going short, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. If I'm going short here, right? Here's my targets. There's my 73.47, 46.47 right in there. That would be my first target off, okay? Anywhere up in here, you know, if I bounce off. First target there, second target there, and then my third target would be right down here, right, at 71.69. And as you can see, I did not hit play, so it draws in today's low from yesterday. From Friday, and Friday went down to 71.80, which was 11 ticks away from the bottom, which was, you know, that's pretty decent. I mean, it's not, you know, to the tick, but it's, you know, for a good back of the envelope analysis, it's pretty good. Here's where my short target 2 was initially. If you'll notice, there's my short target from Thursday. My short target from Friday, what did it do? My short target from Friday shifted down. So I've already got, I'm below the medium-term moving average cloud here, right? I'm trading below this guy, which is the daily VWAP extensions. So I've already coming into the market with a short bias, okay? So I'm looking at these short targets. Well, what happens? Okay, we come down here, and as you see, here's your came down here. You can scalp this one here. There was your first target short. Basically just below the top of that zone. Short, long target. See, there's your long target there. If you were long off that VPOC or the daily VWAP or whatever, you saw it coming back up. The daily VWAP turned green, right? Pull down here, stop run, came right back up here. Boom. So there's a scalp target there, scalp target down here. It ran past it. It was in the zone. It bounced out of the zone. Once it comes into the zone, that zone's flat. It usually will bounce and come back up and target the upper zone right here. The daily VWAP extensions right up here. Okay, so it targeted that, made a new value area high right there at what, 74.51, and then came down, rejected higher prices. So I've got videos about this. I'm going to reiterate this again. When you make a new value area high and you're trying to fade that move, okay, what do? You put a limit order right there. You put a limit order at the previous value area high. You're trying to short that. You don't sit there and try to short because you're going to get killed, okay? Just put one down here, right? There you go. Put one down there at 74.46.47, right there, okay? So as it made that new high, you instantly go in and put that order there. You're waiting to put that limit order, the stop order there, I guess sell stop order, right there. And Sierra Charts figures this out for you, by the way, so I don't have to worry about it, but it is a sell stop order. And as it comes back down, it takes you into that sell trade. What are you targeting? Okay? You're going to see how price action reacts at the daily VWAP, okay, and the 3-day VPOC right here. You're at the bottom of the medium-term cloud. You've come up to the medium-term cloud. You were not able to hit that I belong target or at the top of the cloud right there. So nothing there, boom, short, we're going down, right? So there we go. What do we target? Well, you can target that 3-day value area low right there. That's a nice chunk of change. You know, if you caught that at, what did I say, 74.46 to 73.66, that's an almost $1,000 move right there. So that's what, 800 bucks. So $800 move, boom, there you go. You just made your 800 bucks. See ya. Have a nice day. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't come in until 9 o'clock or whatever, or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, so I missed that move. See, now watch this. See this? See this little cloud here? That's the daily VWAP extensions. See how this kind of flattened out here? I mean, they will turn. Both of them will turn up. This will turn up and this will turn down, right? This is not relevant at the moment. This is relevant. It starts turning out because Why is it relevant? Because this is where price is. Price is just pushing down, right? That VWAP popped back up the VWAP, rejected, came right back down, okay? So here we go. There was a couple of candles there. We were below the zone. Sometimes below the zone, you have to be careful because below the zone, it'll come up in reverse. Sometimes it'll reverse off that zone, right? And I'll show you that here in a second when it did. But you're looking at that, see that short term is starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger, that little short term cloud. We've ignored it till now because we've just been looking at this guy. But once we've been looking at our daily VWAP extensions, right? And we're looking at that medium term cloud right here. So, but once we've rejected off that medium term cloud, we just go down. Now we switch over looking at our short targets and our short term cloud right here and this zone right here to say, okay, where are we going to bounce? Okay, that short term cloud is very key to that sort of thing. The medium term cloud says, you know, we've got, initially we have a bias to the downside. Okay, so I'd only be taking shorts. If I'm, you know, pullbacks, I'd be taking pullbacks to the short. Pullback to the cloud, to that short term cloud right there, I would be looking at that to take a short. Now, if you've got order flow, you would be basically looking at any sort of order flow that's touching this line or going just a little past it and then coming back down and closing down. Again, you can look at, for example, as I told you right here, to take the short. You could also use this to take for a short continuation. The value area low, there's my 3-day value area low, and it just keeps coming down, coming down, coming down. I haven't changed. I have not changed that bias, right? Okay, what happens? What happens right here? Okay, we hit our short, we hit that IB short target right there at 73.09. And here's how you tell these targets are valid, and the reason you tell is, does the market react to those targets when it hits them? Okay, what happened when the market hit that target? Boom, came back down, and somebody bought that short target, right? So here we go up. Where are we going, right? Well, who knows, you know? Let's look at yesterday's 73.72, which was yesterday's low, right? Resistance, here's your resistance level. Resistance becomes support. So I can draw that, and that's why people look at that, okay? I can, 73, 72, I can draw a line across there. I should have drawn that before, right? And it's right in the middle of this little zone here, right? See what happens when it comes up to 73, 72, right? Right there. Came within a tick and rejected. There we go. And more downside. If there were sellers sitting there, support becomes resistance. And we see that every single day in the market. So people shorting 73, 72, 73, 71 right there. And your other zone would be, say for example, at 73.66. So anywhere between 73.66 and 73.72 would have given you an excellent entry. And as we see, the market respected it. The sellers were sitting there. You know, the people were probably taking profit right there. Taking profits right there. Bounced it up. Somebody sold right back up here. Or the buyers just, the profit takers just, you know, said see ya and then left. We're going for more downside. And that's exactly what happened, okay? So, did not come up to the median for a cloud, but you can, as you can tell, everything's going down. Everything's going down. We're in this cloud. We popped back up. Now we're back into following the medium term, the daily VWAP extension cloud down. Bam, 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 right there. Okay. Now, and these things are just, see those little red balls, or salmon colored balls, whatever you want to call them. They're just, you know, moving down, moving down, moving down. We have not had a trend change yet. Even if we did, we would see that, okay? You flattened out there for like what, 3 bars, and then bam, back down. 3 to 3 bars, maybe 4, bam, back down. as you can see, the cloud, see my short-term cloud turned green right there. We broke out of the uh, daily VWAP cloud, so we're going up. Either we're going up or time to get out of your short. Okay. Now, if you want to play this, great. Time to get out of your short and time to go long, right? As it broke both of those, right? You got a nice momentum move to the upside, pull back, but your cloud's still green, right? So you're following that cloud up. So what happens? The short-term cloud says boom, right? It runs right into that medium-term cloud right there. Boom. Almost hit that IB short target, right? Support becomes resistance there, right? Okay. See how the market has respected that short target? That's amazing. And in fact, if you look at those two candles there, see if I can scroll back over here. That short target was at 73.08, right? The low of that candle was that one was 73.09. The next one was 73.10. And then back up. So it's respecting that level. Down through, come back up, retest right there, down. Okay, go through the level, didn't go through the level here, but it went down through the level here. Go through the level, come back, retest. See where it bottomed out there? Came back up, retested it, there's your chance for more short. Okay, now we've broken out of this bottom cloud, right? And we broke out of the short-term cloud here, but didn't go anywhere. We were looking for that 73, 72 for a short continuation, right? Now we start fiddling around, okay? See what the short-term cloud did right here is we popped back up and then came down. That short-term cloud, everything turned red right there. Boom, we're going down. All four of these were red. All these two, that cloud was red, that cloud was red. Okay? More short, more short, more short, more short. Bam. That cloud turned green. Time to get out of your short or time to start, scaling out. So you scale out one contract here and you scale out one contract here. So comes back up into the cloud, almost up to that IB short target. Keep it on the short targets. What happened? Rejected off that. Look at that little doji candle there. No, it's not technically not a doji, but it's an indecision candle, right? See how small that body of that indecision candle is, and the smallest of the candle itself. Period. What happens next? We break the bottom of that at the next candle. Boom. Time for more short action. Okay. If you're short from up here or up here, when this was 9 o'clock, short from up here. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Write it down. Now you start seeing this, this after, this is a Friday, so, after 10 o'clock in the morning, everybody's going to be, all the guys are going to the Hamptons for the afternoon, so they're just getting out of their positions. And then, more short action there. The sellers, a lot of sellers were stepping in right back there and then coming back down. They could not make value area low for the day. So again, what's my medium-term cloud say? My medium-term cloud says we're still down, right? So short-term cloud says nice up move, comes back through right there. You take the short right there as it breaks the bottom of the cloud and it breaks the top. See where they intersect, the top of the short term and the bottom of the medium term cloud right there? That's where you can take your short. Nice, safe short trade. What happened? Boom, came down. Now it broke. You could scalp this from here to the bottom of the cloud if you want to, right there. Okay, from 72.25 is your target. 72.81 to 72.25. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. You made some money there. Made some money. Okay. Comes back up. We had a cross here, right? Cross going back up. So remember, you're not going to take longs at this point. You're just taking shorts. Comes back up, rechecks the bottom of the cloud, boom. So what are you doing? You're from here to here. You're targeting the top to the bottom of the short-term cloud. Okay, the bottom or the bottom of the medium-term cloud. Again, bottom of the medium-term cloud to the bottom of the short-term cloud. Right there you go. So there's nice scalps. Now your short-term cloud is starting to get smaller and smaller, so you can't do that anymore. I certainly wouldn't do that. And there's the end of your opportunities, right? Now, as you can see, it came back down through the short-term cloud is getting thinner, right? Medium-term cloud or the short-term cloud, you've come down, but the short-term cloud did not support, it didn't come down, it did not support that price action, okay? See here, it supported this price action up, absolutely. But then as it cut through it, it said, go short. Boom, go short. Now, what are you doing if you went short at the top of this? You know, we're only doing shorts, remember? Short to the top of that, from top of that, where do you get out? Well, there's nothing that tells you. Get out. Right? There's no cloud support here. So I would be extremely cautious about doing anything, because once you come back through the short-term cloud, come back down, and there's no support for that, for the short action there, support for the long action there, support for the short action there. This tells me that we've turned around. Very often you'll see this kind of pattern, right? That you come back down through the short-term cloud, but the short-term cloud doesn't follow you down, right? Okay, well, let's go back up. Bottom of the medium-term cloud, short-term cloud has turned green, right? Medium-term cloud has turned green. So I'd be looking at some long action down here. We've already hit this guy. I'd be looking at some long action on Sunday, targeting this area up here. You can target this guy, the IB short target for Friday. Look at the medium. Look at price action as it hits that medium term. What's it doing? There's your long targets, medium term, top of the cloud. IB short target right there. This zone right here, you have a 3-day VPOC right up here, which is right below this guy, which was the VWAP from Thursday. Okay, I'd be looking at that. There's your IB long target from Friday, but these will repaint later. But I'm basically looking for long action. The weekly VWAP is up here. We're still pointed down. The monthly is still here. The monthly is below the daily. That's what's been supporting this basically sell-off, right? But if this thing gets going, okay, I'd be looking at this guy as a resistance level, or at least to reevaluate and get out. If not, well, we're just going to go back up. And you know, if we're going up, and some of the news has been very bullish over the weekend about crude oil. Here we go. So my ultimate targets would be, say, for example, up here. There's my long target 2, and then there's my zone there's my resistance zone that I put in from Thursday. And if we get up here, start looking at, you can start looking at price action up here to see if it'll support a short, or at least get out of your longs. But you know, that would be a nice chunk of change if you got in right down in this area somewhere for the long, and you're trading, say for example, even if you're trading a micro, what's your risk? Big deal, so what? You know, you're looking at even if you were risking, say, 25 ticks, that's $25 on the micros in order to make a couple of hundred on the micros per contract. You're going to see a reaction here, right? Because there's your monthly VWAP right here. Today there was the high from Friday, and here's your cloud. So there's kind of the triple threat right in there. You're probably going to see some resistance up here, which will knock price down. But let's see what happens. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something from this. And we'll see you not tonight. We'll see you relatively early tomorrow morning to see how things go. See ya.